Hello everybody, I am Owen here with Three Brothers Entertainment, and today we're doing something a little bit different. I am playing a single player game called Kingdoms and Castles. Now this is one of the very first PC computer games that I've ever played. I got it about 2 or 3 years ago was when I first bought it, and it is so much fun. So today, I'm going to be showing it off to you guys, and obviously there's been many updates since when I first played it. So we're going to see what we can do. Standard mode, we're gonna go normal, and let's pick a map. So we're getting right into this. Kingdoms and Castles, if you haven't heard of it, it's a very fun game. You basically build a kingdom with castles. So you can see this map is divided up into tiles, and you can place, I guess, houses or buildings on each one of these tiles. And hopefully you can understand what it is by seeing how I play it. So let's generate, like a medium-sized land mass. Let's see, how does this look? This looks pretty good. So I'm looking for some water with lots of fish, lots of stone, and lots of this green land. This is fertile land, and this will allow me to build lots of very good farms. And we're going to need that if we're going to stick with this series, and hopefully we will. So let's go with large, actually, and we'll see what comes up then. This looks pretty good. Got some stone. We want to make sure we've got lots of access. We've got access to a lot of stone. Oh, this looks really good. Okay. Yeah, we'll go with this. This is our map. Now let's see, what should we call this? Let's name this, Three Brothers Entertainment Land. TBEland, okay. And then let's choose a banner. So we have a few of these. I personally like this cool snake one, but tell us in the comments what you guys think would be better. So let's check this out, and now you can see this is Kingdoms and Castles. So we get to command this land. This is ours. We're gonna gradually expand over time. So that should be pretty fun, and I think now we just need to find a good spot to start. I want good access to stone and also some good trees. So I think over here should do it. Yeah, like right around here. We've got good access to stone. There's some farmable land, and then we can go and cut these trees down and set up some foresters. All right, yeah. So we'll put our keep right about here, I think. That should be good. That looks like it's in the middle. Uh-oh. Yeah, so this looks like it's about the middle. And there we go. We can see our keep is now placed down. We can see we got a little workers down here building stuff. And now we can begin the fun game. Alright, so you can see they have these little icons above their heads, and you'll see different icons come up as we play through. But right here, this little house icon, that basically means they're homeless. So we need to build them a house. So we'll come down here, this house tab, and let's build a road. It's like 2, and then I think we could put down, what, 1 or 2 houses. I'm gonna stick with 1 right now because I want to build a road out. And then we can come down here to these little axe icons. Right, so these icons, these are like for sectioning things off. So like box selecting things, that's what you use for these icons. Originally, you had to right-click on a tree, right? And then you had to click, like, chop. Now, it's much easier. You come down here, and then you box select the area you want to be rid of trees. So you can see, I just selected all these trees, and now all the citizens that aren't working are going to go out, and they're going to complete these jobs. And down here, you can see we've got our stats. We've got the population, how many of them are idle, the number of beds in the kingdom. And then we can change up the job priority, and this is going to become very useful later on in the game. And then you can see how many resources we have, and the happiness rating, with tax rate. Yeah, this game, it can get in-depth, but that's usually with lots of mods. So right now I'm going to speed it up to 3 times speed, just so we can try to get through this winter. You can see right now our happiness is decreasing because we're running low on food. So I think our next order of business is to build a farm. I'm thinking let's build about 4 farms to start out, and then we can expand later on. Oh, you see it's raining. Yeah, so this game is very laid back. And actually, my friend said in a review that he posted on Steam that this game is what those mobile games try to be. Have you ever seen those mobile games ads where it's like, build your kingdom, and then it just ends up being full of other ads? Well, that's like this, except this is not filled with ads, and it's actually build your kingdom. So yeah, I think this is a game that's really fun, and if you're just starting out with playing PC games, definitely check out Kingdoms and Castles. It's a very calm, laid-back strategy game. It's very fun. Anyway, it looks like we should probably start expanding out into the stone area up here. So let's grab ourselves some roads, and we can build this. I'm going to build it to about here. And then we can come down to this industry tab and grab a quarry. So it looks like we can have 2 quarries right now. That's going to be pretty good. So we're going to get some stone flowing in right there. And then hopefully pretty soon we can get ourselves a small stockpile. Maybe even a granary of some kind, because we're going to need that. I like to play the game on 3 times speed, and you can see what speed it's at up here. So I can pause it. I can play normal speed, fast speed, or fastest. And I like fastest just because it allows me to get things done quickly. But I think there's also something to be said, like, it just depends on how you want to progress through the game. So right here, we're just, gathering some wood, getting ready to build up these quarries, and it doesn't look like anybody is currently at the farms. Oh yeah, and you can see up here we've got our notifications area, and it tells us that people are visiting, but they don't have any homes to stay in. So we're going to need to build some homes for them. I think right now we can cancel this quarry project. I do not think we need that, but let's build another home. And now let's come down here to this job priority tab, and we can see what jobs are available for peasants to have in the kingdom. Now you can see builders is being taken up by the majority of these people. And that makes sense because, well, yeah, we need lots of people. Anyways, we need lots of builders. So it's whatever job is in demand is going to be at the top. So right now, it looks like, yep, builders still at the top, farmers, and then gradually these will fill out as more and more citizens, or peasants, join the kingdom, or move here. So they should probably finish this house soon, because I also want to get this forester, because foresters will replant trees, and we're going to need that. We want to make the most of this small strip of trees right here. All right, so you can see right about here, we're in year 6 now, just turned to year 6. And you can see we've cleared most of this forest, and I've actually expanded these roads, and I've built an orchard, which is another food source. So food sources, very important in Kingdoms and Castles, because your citizens, will complain a whole lot, and they will leave if you do not feed them. What the? People are working here? Stone is cutting itself magically. That's weird. So next up on our agenda is going to be to build a forester. Now, foresters are important for one simple reason. They produce a continuous, just an infinite stream of trees as long as you have them up. Actually, we could probably build some more farms. I think we'll build some farms across the road here. And then hopefully pretty soon we can unlock this forester. But it looks like we're running low on wood, so I think I'll have them come out here and slice this portion of the woods up. There we go, and we can check out this job priority, and we can see what jobs are currently being occupied. So we're gonna go get some timber workers, and you can see people have now been assigned those jobs and are going to work there. Actually, I think next up on our agenda is not going to be it's not going to be the forester. It's actually, I want to build a granary. Yeah, you can see a small granary, just so we have somewhere to store our food before winter hits. Because we want to keep lots of food in storage, because once upon a time, or not once upon a time, but very soon, we're going to be getting a large influx of citizens, people wanting to come and join our kingdom. You can see this little notifications message board is just filled with people wanting to come and visit the city, and you can see our city is full. So let's build out some more hovels, or just houses. Yep, there we go. And actually, pretty soon we're going to want to build this well. It looks like timber workers, that looks good. No farmers right now, it's all builders. Okay, so it's gonna go builders, and then farmers, timber workers, orchardists. I'm gonna put quarry workers above orchardists and stockpile workers, just because for right now, that's a very important resource that we need to have a lot of. All right, so you can see granary is done, and now we can actually start working on some other bigger issues, like quarry. Who the heck is gonna man the quarry? We're gonna need, yep, so it looks like quarry workers, that's filling up. And pretty soon we should be able to slap down a forester. Okay, so it looks like stuff's beginning to round out. We're getting some more villagers joining up, and I think now would be a very good time to throw down that forester. So I'm going to put it out here, kind of far away, but you'll hopefully understand why I did that in a minute. And let's get a well. Wells are going to become very important very soon. Let's get a stockpile. Let's put that let's put this next to the granary. I want to have all of our storage kind of consolidated into one spot. All right, the reason I put this over here was because if you saw when I originally placed it down, you see that border around it? Oh. You see how that border moves with this? That is the radius. That's how far out the people that work at the forester are going to go to chop down trees. And if it's too close to other foresters, then you can't put it down. So what you need to do, you need to space them out. And that is exactly what we are doing. Also, it's a good idea to connect as much stuff as possible in the early game so that you don't have to spend time knocking down and rearranging buildings later. You can build this up. And then let's put a well right next to the, little forester over there. So our town, it's growing, and now we need to address the issue of food. So it looks like 25 food was eaten by homes. Also, it's a good idea to have orchards, because you'll see pretty soon one or two of these farms is probably about to flood because there's currently a rainstorm going on. orchards don't flood, which is good. Oh, none of them flooded. Awesome. All right, that's great. So the orchard, you just want to have, in this game, you want to have all the jobs filled. And most jobs usually are filled, but there is still a lot of micromanaging that has to go on, like, oh, uh-oh, this is on fire. Uh-oh, the orchard's on fire. And you can see the well, peasants run over, get water from the well, put it on the orchard. And actually, when we unlock this, you'll see you can actually get a fire. Oh, no, it's right here, fire brigade. And these guys will go out when you pay them. So you pay them like a fee monthly. And then they go out and they destroy all the fires. Stop them from happening, which is very good. Because we do not want fires. And actually, they recently added a lot of different food options, which is really good for us. So I'm going to throw down another orchard. And then... I think let's go to charcoal maker. So I'm going to build out some kind of industrial district over here. And actually what I want to do, we want to get some roads that go back here because this is going to be pretty useful when it comes to farming. So that's what we'll do next. I know I'm kind of all over the place right now. Watch, this is going to be crazy. I'm going to get loads of farms. So I want to fill up like this entire area right here with farms, and then we can get rid of these right here. So we'll get a few farms up here, and then we can throw down another granary, or another small granary. We can plop that down right there. And now everything's just a bit more organized. And over here we can grab another quarry, and then I want to build kind of far away from the rest of the town. Is what you usually want to do. You want to have your charcoal makers, because the peasants, I'm not even calling them citizens, they're peasants, okay? They will, you see, they want charcoal, but they'll also complain about things like, oh, we're too close to the quarry and the stone noises are too loud. Something like that. Oh, you can see these farms have flooded. So it's things like that, and that's why you want to be careful about where you place things. So, for instance, this charcoal maker, it's going to go down right here, and we're going to put a well right next to it because they like to catch fire. And fire bad in this game. Fire very, very bad because it spreads, and you do not want fire to spread. So I think right now we can kind of chill out with these jobs and job assignments. So I'll be back when most of them have filled up. Or actually, hold up. We need to build more houses. Yeah, we need to get some more houses down so that we can have more people. Alright, now you can see how just after around, well, it's been 20 minutes for me. I don't know how long it's been for you guys. You can see how just after a few minutes, we already have this large kingdom. I wouldn't say large, but like, it's much bigger than when we originally started, you can see. And that's one of the things I love about this game. You'll realize every couple of minutes, like when you're playing, you'll be like, wow, I've really expanded. And then 5 or 10 minutes later, wow, I've expanded even more. And eventually, hopefully my dream for this is to have this kingdom expand all around this entire chunk of land. It looks really cool when it does happen. I've done it a few times. But I don't think it's ever been on like a gigantic scale. So I'm going to put a town square. I want to put that down like right here. I want to put it near where I'm going to put all the houses. So we get the town square down right there. The town square is going to be very important in boosting the happiness for the peasants. And you want to keep them happy. Okay, so put down, I think that's good for houses. I don't want to overspend on wood. We gotta always make sure we're keeping these resources in check. So looks like peasants are doing pretty good food-wise. Yeah, you can see we can also do a festival, but we can only do that when we have money. Uh-oh, one of our peasants died in a wood-cutting accident. That is no bueno. Oh, and this, you'll see this little exclamation mark. This is just the advisors, and... Sire, it took too long to store our harvest. Some of it was ruined by the winter. Improving paths to a granary would help. Let's make life better for our peasants. Try building nice large houses or other things the peasants might enjoy. And then the military, good day, sire. So, the advisors, when I first started the game out, they were not actually helpful. But now, I don't use them as often because I consider myself a kind of a veteran. But they might be pretty useful to somebody that's just starting out in the game. So, if you guys do end up buying this game, you can buy it on Steam. It runs on both Windows and Mac machines. If you do end up buying the game, tell me if you use the advisors. Also, let's see. How long does it take to store this harvest? I don't know. It looks good to me. It might tell us. Oh, yeah. 20 food lost to exposure. That's not good. Is that these guys? Or is it just because there are no granary workers? Oh, yeah. There's not many granary workers. So I think we let these jobs fill up. And then we will add some more. Yeah, granary workers 4, event planners 1. Nice. So we're getting more and more people steadily added to our kingdom. And it's growing. And something that I have neglected to do in a lot of other saves on my own, in a lot of other Kingdoms and Castles games, when I was playing them by myself, something I neglected to do or just forgot to do was keep in check, like, oh my gosh, I'm expanding way too much, and it's really stretching these peasants thin. Like, I don't want to have to keep micromanaging who's doing what job. Uh-oh. That house is on fire. That's not good. Like, I don't want to have to keep micromanaging who's doing what job. So I always need to keep in check, like, how much has this expanded? Over how long? Do I need to slow it down or speed it up? Is it getting too crowded or is it too sparse? So that's just something that you need to keep in mind if you are starting out playing. Like, am I expanding too much? Let's get another stockpile. Let's put it over here. Are the charcoal workers. Got about 63 peasants right now. Something that you should strive for, actually, is having at least 1 or 2 idle peasants. Because that means all of your jobs have been filled up to the max and everybody has a job. And that's really good for the happiness as well. Alright, so you see they want a tavern. Let's get them a tavern. We need to strategically place this, so I'm going to put it on the town square. It's like right there. Awesome. And now, city is full, so we can put down some more homes. Let's get like 1 or 2, and then we can build another road out. So let's do that. And then, like, out here. We'll also put a well down, because that's pretty important when it comes to building homes. And then let's put a well at the end of this street. Okay, so dragon sighted. The game will tell you if there are dragons or Vikings, and when we progress onwards throughout the game, you'll notice, like, we actually have to fight them because they're going to attack. But usually, this first dragon doesn't attack. So you can see him right here, coming in. Our kingdom looks like it's doing pretty well right now. It looks like all of the possible jobs have been filled, which is amazing. Okay, so they're worried about these future dragon attacks, so we'll need to... That's like a sign you should probably start building up your defenses. And yeah, let's add some more houses. So they like these bigger homes. So we'll put some of those down. Got like 3. And then... Do we need food? Is food an issue right now? We only lost 1 food to exposure. So we got 111 food from the farms, 44 food from the orchards. So it looks like we have about 34 food left over. Or 30, yeah, 34. Okay, this means that we probably should have some more granaries, which means You guessed it, expanding the farms. So we'll build this out here, and then let's get a granary, like a big fat granary. We'll put that here. And then we can get, say, like, these farms will go here, and then we'll get an orchard right here. There we go. I think that's good, and then that'll give some of the idle peasants some more work to do, because we're going to need more farmers as we progress throughout the game. So if you grow one aspect, like you have more peasants, more citizens, then you're going to need more food, and more food is going to mean more farms, which means more jobs, which means more citizens, which means you're going to need more wood. So it's like this whole cycle, and it's actually very cool. Once again, highly recommend this game to anybody who can purchase it. You definitely should. So we're going to put down a treasure room, and you can see it upgrades our castle. This is the keep. We can actually rename it, but I'm not going to do that. What I am going to rename is this treasure room when it's built. Now, the treasure room, when Vikings do inevitably attack, they're going to attack the treasure room. And that's not very good. We don't want our treasure to be taken. So what do? We simply defend it. So right here, you can see I'm building some more foresters. We are going to need that in the days and weeks to come, in game at least. Okay, that looks good. And then I'm going to put another kind of stockpile right there. All right, that looks good. Those should be getting built. So we're going to need more foresters for this. Wooden walls. Now, wooden walls are going to be very useful for us when we are, building our defenses, which is something we're actually going to have to start getting into very soon. For now, I'm going to build up some defenses around our little treasure room right here. And then we can actually put some archer towers down, but archer towers do require payment, which is very annoying. Which means we're gonna have to start taxing the peasants, which is not good. So first off, let's build them some form of church or library, and oh my gosh, is it expensive. Yeah, you can see library is expensive and clinics are expensive. Oh, and we are now a burgeoning town. 100 souls look to you for leadership. This is great. Now that we've got about 100 peasants, more people should start visiting. Which is something we want, because that in turn creates more jobs. And yeah, whole cycle. For the whole spiel. One of the good things about Vikings, I will say, is they find the flaws in your system and then you can repair it. Okay, so I'm going to tax the peasants quite high for now. And then we're just going to wait for this little tax collector's box to fill up. So let's see. Town. This is where we will build this stuff. We're going to want a clinic very soon because people are going to start catching the plague. Oh, but we can build a church, so let's do that. The church, I think, should go, what, like here? Yeah, it'll fit there. So we'll tuck the church away right there, and it looks like it will give us a boost to all these homes around here. So now peasants should be a bit happier, which is good. And pretty soon we can hopefully put up an archer tower to defend our treasure. Here's a good trick that I've learned to do with archers. Archers, once they finish building this, which is hopefully soon, you can take the archers, like their box right here, and move it all the way to the top, and then just toggle it off so that you don't have to pay the archers constantly, which gets very annoying because it's constantly taking away from your moolah that you could be spending on hospitals. So good strategy right here. Take this archer's box, move it all the way to the top, and then turn it off. And you'll see when Vikings or dragons do eventually attack. When Vikings or dragons do eventually attack, I will just go over here and turn this back on. Since it's at the top, jobs will funnel up, and we will get more archers. All right, looks like our city is full again. My, we are very popular, aren't we? Let's get a clinic very quickly. And then I'm thinking, yeah, some more homes. We could get a manor. I'm not going to do that because I don't want to spend loads of cash money on a mansion. That just doesn't seem very smart. And actually looks like our little industrial district has been compromised. So we'll move the charcoal maker up here, which I think we probably should have done in the beginning, but we didn't because I don't know why not. All right, so I'm going to turn the tax rate down to like 10%. That usually seems pretty good. Oh my gosh, what happened? We lost a lot of food there. Look at that. Where is it? Yeah, 4 lost to exposure. Okay. That's not that bad. These stats might update soon. We should get a new view. I'm gonna add some more quarries in. You can sadly only have 2 quarries per stone deposit, so you need to be very clever about which stone deposits you pick. Now, let's get another smaller stockpile. And we got like 2 right here. Alright, I think we made some pretty good progress for today. We've got 111 peasants. We've got like a 69% happiness rating. Let's see, what makes them unhappy? No charcoal. So they want access to charcoal, so I think next episode we need to work on getting some charcoal. Actually, the way to do that, we can set up a market. So let's do that right now. While we're here. Markets are very useful because they bring additional charcoal to the markets. Anyways, this is where we're going to wrap up for today with it nice and rainy here in our Kingdoms and Castles world, TBEland. Let's just go over what we have set up today. We've set up our keep, some storage systems, granaries, foresters. Oh my god, that thing's full. Let's get a giant stockpile. Okay. We got wells, farms, a church, a clinic, a market that's being built, a treasure room, taxes. It's all looking pretty good. And we've got these charcoal makers, which are way up here. Hopefully somebody can go and man these charcoal makers soon, because we're going to need that. But yeah, I think that'll do it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed, and I really hope you do consider buying this game because it is very, very fun. You can lose yourself in this game for hours and hours. It's just so addicting. Thank you for watching. Thank you for taking time out of your day to watch me command some tiny little cube guys. Subscribe to the channel. It's awesome. It only takes a second of your time, but it's really helpful for me and for the rest of Three Brothers Entertainment. Subscribe, like the video, I guess comment what was your favorite part and what should I do next time. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Adios from TBEland. Gosh, this is dizzying. Ooh, wow. This is actually kind of cool.